What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Brown, and this is the Ash Said It Show. Over 1,900 episodes, 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this is possible without you guys. So from 2014 till now, thank you so much. It makes a huge difference. And today is International Women's Day, the wonderful March the 8th, and my feature is the wonderful, the talented, the inspirational Lynne McDonald. Hey, Lynne.
Hi.
How are you today?
Great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you are a busy lady. What with your, with your exhibit there at the Serendipity Labs here in the ATL. So definitely appreciate you having time out for us. So Lynne, you have a quite extraordinary story. Like you've gotten your second win, so to speak, in life and in career wise. And I guess we want to start off from, in 2020, did you picture yourself going full time as an abstract artist?
Absolutely not. I mean, if you had asked me when I was younger what my future would hold, I would never think that it would go in this direction. But I am so glad it did. It's just, I feel like I kind of took a situation and I unshackled myself, and my wings have spread, and I'm just so glad to have been able to make the transition.
Yes.
I'm truly fulfilled now.
Absolutely. So, you're a mommy and you're a fellow AT alien, always loving that energy.
Mm-hmm.
And so from your marketing background, how did things slowly turn into the art world?
Well, my background was in high-tech. I kind of launched high-tech companies, and I was doing what I thought I was supposed to do, and I was making a good income, but I was always kind of considered as a person that thinks outside the box. So I was always creative, but I just didn't apply it the way that I am now. And then I picked up a paintbrush it was 2005. I picked up a paintbrush for the first time, and I had an image in my mind, and I thought, I'm just going to do this one painting. I did it. I stuck it on my wall, and that was the end of that. I thought, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. And it wasn't until I moved away. I had a child. I moved to Montreal for a while, and then everything fell apart. And when I came back, I was starting over completely. And that was such a shocker that I tried to control my world and my life, and I tried to, do what I was supposed to do. Yeah. And it didn't even get me where I thought I was going to go. So I started thinking, well, what else? If I could do anything, what would it be? And I started kind of playing with the idea of being an artist. So in 2020, I took the leap.
Okay, so 2020, you take that leap. Now, did that start with you taking classes? Were you reading books? Where did you go next with it?
Yeah, it's such an amazing journey. So I started while I was going through my divorce and trying to just pick myself up off the floor. I started taking pictures of things that I was dabbling with. I was just doing these little test paintings in my kitchen. I really wasn't thinking it was going to go anywhere. I was just kind of like picking up my son's artwork or art supplies and doing stuff with it. And I would post it, and people were so supportive and encouraging. And I thought, okay, let's keep going. And then they started to ask to buy it. And so it started me on this journey, and I kept on saying yes. I just decided I was just going to keep saying yes to whatever came at me. And then, but I was still trying to do other things. I was a health coach. I was a this, a that, writer. I was trying to, spin all the plates. And it wasn't until 2020, so it was 2019, and I had a group of girlfriends that would get together. We're all entrepreneurs, and they sat me down in December of 2019, and they said, stop the madness, just focus on the art. So in the beginning of 2020, I decided to go ahead and give it my all and go full time. And of course, within 3 months, everything shut down. And I was such a curveball. And my girlfriends were like, you can do this, just, go live. So I started focusing everything on social media, and I would go live, and I had the best year ever.
Wow. That is
incredible. But it was my girlfriends that held me up.
Yes.
It was they who supported me and encouraged me. I don't think I would be here without them.
Oh, and that's what I love, is just hearing about more and more women. We got to stick together, and I think that really is a big push of survival, of success, is women lifting up one another. I love that.
Absolutely. And it's my job to lift up the other ones just the same way that the others have lifted me up.
Yes. Wow. All right. So it's 2020. Your friends are pushing you. They're like, come on, Lynn, you got this thing, girl. You got something magical. You got to make this thing happen. But as everything else in life, there's always going to be hurdles and challenges. How did you face that first challenge that came about as an abstract artist?
So when the pandemic happened and everything shut down, I had to rethink how I was going to make it work, because I had just put all my energy into, the way that we did it was you had to do shows, and I had shows planned out for the whole year. And and I'm diabetic, so I needed to stay home. I needed to figure this thing out, or else I was going to end up, a casualty. So, and on top of that, I have my little boy looking at me, and trusting that I'm going to figure it out. So, I just worked with I collaborated. I did a bunch of lives, and I sold everything online, and I really put all my energy into social media, and they've been so supportive. I've developed this little community, and it's been very fulfilling.
I love that. That is absolutely incredible. So, pushing forward now, what can you tell us about this exhibit at Serendipity Labs? Now, you're the featured artist there, so you got to tell us all about what people can experience with this exhibit.
Well, I have got, it's such an opportunity to be there, because it's a way for me to graduate from showing at several different locations and also bringing art to a location. It's a place where I can exhibit and grow as I paint. So I paint from my studio in my home, and I'm able to, meet people over there or show there. So I usually do about 3 shows a year, and the space is so great for that. And I do a big one at the end of every year. Last year's was in November, and I think there's just a few pieces left from that. And so now I'm working on my next series that I'll do my next show. It'll probably be finished like late spring. And if people follow me on social media, they will see the dates when they come around.
Okay. And last but certainly not least, what words of wisdom would you offer to the women that are listening to you right now, that are, maybe they're in a tough spot, maybe they're going through something? Life hits all of us, different times and different spaces. So what words of wisdom would you offer to them today?
I would say keep going. I know it's a little cliche, but every no that you get and every roadblock that you get is a gift, because it just, and I say this with people that not everyone's going to like my artwork. It's not going to resonate with everybody. My job is to find the people that it does resonate with. And it's just like life. Every time there's a door that's closed, there's a reason for that. Don't try to convince people or force a door to open. Go to, be a leaf on the river, and go with it, because it's, the best way is the easiest way. You just keep going where opportunity finds you. Don't try to force something to happen that's not going to be good for you.
I love it. Lynne McDonald, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. This was fun.
Yes, and let everyone know the best way to get in contact with you, how to follow you on social media, all that good stuff.
Well, on Instagram, I am at Lynne McDonald's Gallery, and that's Lynne with an E, McDonald's Gallery. And my website is lynnmcdonald.com, and I'm on Facebook as well, Lynne McDonald's Gallery. And they can message me in any one of those ways.
Perfection. Much more success to you in the future, Lynn, my fellow AT alien. I will have to make my way out to Serendipity Labs. I'm up in North Georgia, but I have to make my way down there. Definitely love to see that stuff and checking everything out. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face. You tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.